Suburban Sentinel here. Today I want to try something a little bit different. I'm going to lay out a hypothetical self-defense scenario. Well, in point of fact, this isn't really hypothetical. This is taken from a real case that happened several years ago. So what I want to do is give you the setup as to what happened and have everybody respond with how they would have handled this situation. First, let's set the scene. What we're looking at is a bank vestibule. And this vestibule, which is all glass, is about 16 feet wide and about 8 feet deep. There are two ATMs inside this glass enclosure, one here, I'm using my tactical letter opener. There's a security door here, and this door is opened by your bank card. And I'm not exactly sure, but I believe that any card, like a credit card with a magnetic strip, could get you in through the security door. Now, back here is the parking lot of the bank. This is in a mostly residential neighborhood in the suburbs, a fairly safe neighborhood. This story unfolds on a warm summer morning. It was about 7 o'clock on a Sunday. The neighborhood was quiet. Of course, the bank was closed, and there were two players involved, one of whom an armed citizen carrying a concealed handgun, and represented by this X. And for clarity's sake, we'll just refer to the armed citizen as citizen. And the other player, an unknown subject, represented by this oval. And for clarity's sake, we'll just refer to him as subject. So here's what happens. The citizen goes to the bank to withdraw cash from the ATM. He's a pretty vigilant individual. So he scans the parking lot and the bank. There are no other cars in the parking lot, no one else in the vestibule, as was evident because this is all glass. He lets himself in through the security door using his bank card and goes to the ATM nearest the door. He is making his transaction, and all of a sudden, the subject lets himself in through the security door as well. Now, the security door had closed, but the subject had some sort of card that allowed him in. So now we have two people in the vestibule. First red flag. Our subject friend here came out of nowhere. He was inside the vestibule within 30 seconds of our citizen going in, yet our citizen did not hear a car pull up, heard no car doors slamming, and the subject was not visible when the citizen walked over to the vestibule. So he must have been around the corner from the bank. Second red flag. The subject never walked over to the second ATM. Both of the machines have highly visible indicator lights showing whether the terminal is operational or not, and at all relevant times, both ATMs had green indicators flashing. Perhaps this ATM number one was his lucky ATM. Third red flag. The subject, as it's indicated on the diagram here, was standing rather close to our citizen. Now, this vestibule is approximately 8 feet deep. Anyone with half a brain gives someone transacting business with cash and passcodes a fairly wide berth. The accepted practice, at least at this bank, is if someone's waiting for the ATM to stand against this glass wall. A little bit too close for comfort. How did our citizen know that our subject was standing a little bit too close? Well, above each one of the ATM terminals is a camera built into the wall. So there's a camera up here, and it's placed behind a smoked plexiglass screen. And the screen has a mirror effect. So our citizen could see the subject in the mirror, let's call it a mirror. And so he could see that not only was the guy standing too close, the guy was also very fidgety. So a huge red flag there. What our citizen could not see is the subject's hands. So up until this point, the citizen has not done anything out of the ordinary other than watching the subject's reflection in the camera window atop the ATM. The citizen has not said anything to the subject, nor has he even acknowledged the subject's presence. He continues to do his transaction, and as the cash comes out, the subject starts walking up on the citizen. And it's not clear whether the subject knew the citizen could see his reflection. So there you have the hypothetical self-defense scenario at the old ATM vestibule. Clearly, the citizen could not know at the time whether the subject had malice in his heart or not, nor could the citizen tell whether the subject had a weapon or not. What I'd really love to know is what you folks think. What would you have done in this scenario? I'd really like to see some video responses, and if not VRs, perhaps some comments on the best or appropriate methods of handling this situation. Perhaps we can all learn something from this. And again, this was a real case, and in the next video, I'll set forth the facts as they happened after this point. So thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel. Please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Video responses, questions, and enlightening comments are always welcome. Shoot safely, everybody.